And we are on. Good evening, everyone. We are the League of Erics.
That's Eric Stafford Dins on my left.
Eric Peter Schwartz to my right. We are here to play some music. We are thrilled to be at WZRD on a Thursday night. The lovely song to start us off with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cracking hearts through Tokyo. Giant monsters, giant monsters. Oh, well, they all want us dead. Giant monsters, giant monsters. Or is it all inside my head? In my head. Words I never heard before. Words here we go. All I played, well, it wasn't right. It's the kind of thing that keep me up all night. What I played, well, it was a lie. There's nothing to say. I am tongue-tied.
I'm going back to the scene of the crime. I'm all loose, change them all nickels and dimes. I'm going back to the scene of the crime.
All right.
I'm going back to the scene of the crime. I'm singing this song and I'm losing my mind. I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back to the scene of the crime.
Too much fun, I won't you just look around. I'm dancing tonight on everybody's grave. I'm not going surfing on an undead wave. No more problems, no more regrets. Nobody's leaving, no, not yet. I'll start a fire with a wooden stick. I'm taking care of business, won't you make it quick? Digging my grave, I'm digging it deep. Well, I'm getting ready for eternal sleep. No more problems, no more regrets. Nobody's leaving, no, not yet. Is far away, I can't be seen in the light of day. I'm digging the grave, I'm digging it deep. Well, I'm getting ready for eternal sleep. No more problems, no more regrets. It's a graveyard party, the best one yet.
Mama never told me about the sixth extinction. Mama never told me about the sixth extinction. Must have just slipped to mind. Been a good idea at that time. Mama never told me about the sixth extinction. I've never had to choose between lust and destruction. I never had to choose between lust and destruction. They can both feel the same. When you got the mark of Cain, I never had to choose between lust and destruction. Simple friend, I just want what you owe me. It's simple, my friend, I just want what you owe me. I do not take what is not mine, so don't you waste my time. It's simple, friend, I just want what you owe me. Mama never told me about the sixth extinction. Mama the sixth extinction. Must have just slipped her mind. Been a good idea at that time, Mama never told me. 4 songs in seems like a good time to tune.
That's a good time to tune. Again, we should remind people that we are the League of Erics.
The League of Erics.
To my right, Eric Peter Schwartz.
And to my left, Eric Stafford Dens.
Yes, I am always left-leaning.
That's right. You can always follow us at theleagueoferics.com. It is the League of Erics. The is in there. All right.
No, just one not
just,
the.
Yeah, not the. That's a different band.
Yeah,
that was a different.
There's not still around.
I have no idea actually.
Say, Mr. Schwartz, is this a new song that we're playing?
This is a brand new single. If you go to our website, you can listen to it on all your favorite platforms, streaming platforms. This is one of Mr. Dens' tunes.
But it's really a League of Erics tune.
That's true.
And it's about drinking something that was just not right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got a story that I can't tell. All my good intentions paved the way to hell. So many times I was self-bad when I sold my soul by accident. It's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. It's just a bottle full of evil. It's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. Yeah, it's just a bottle full of evil. All the empty streets and the empty stores. Well, you turn out the lights, you close up the door. Crack in the pavement near that empty shop. But where the crack goes on and it never stops. Cause it's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. It's just a bottle full of evil. It's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. Yeah, it's just a bottle full of evil. I told the truth when I wasn't lying. I sold my soul without even trying. Get away where they can't be caught. I fill my bottle of evil thoughts. When they get away where they can't be caught. Cause it's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. It's just a bottle full of evil. It's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. Yeah, it's just a bottle full of evil. It's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. It's just a bottle full of evil. It's just a bottle full of evil thoughts. It's just a bottle full of evil. One more.
Turned around, she held the bottle in trembling hands, and then she knocked him down. She didn't know if she had done the job. She was moving too fast. She just knew he'd never touch her again. She wasn't looking back. Cherry cola with a little rum set her up another one. Cherry cola with a little rum. Now the damage is done. Cherry cola with a little rum set her up another one. Cherry cola with a little rum. Now the damage is done. Now she's half the country away, a new life and new friends. She doesn't Doctors say the cuts were deep, the brain damage severe. It's probably best he's unaware. He'll never get out of here. Cherry cola with a little rum, set her up another one. Cherry cola with a little rum, now the damage is done. Cherry cola with a little rum, set her up another one. Cherry cola with a little rum, now the damage is done.
And everything we're playing tonight is original, written by the two of us. But this next song is a cover that we've been doing for a long time. I always like to make fun and pretend it's somebody else, but it's really by one of my favorite songwriters, a guy named Nick Cave. It's an earlier song of his, perfect for this Halloween season. It's called Up Jump the Devil. I was born on the day that my poor mother died. Cut from my belly with the Stanley knife. My daddy in a jig with the drunk midwife. Who's that yonder all in flames, dragging behind him a sack of chains? Who's that yonder all in flames? Help jump the devil and he staked his claim on me. Doomed to play the villain's part. I was the baddest Johnny in the apple cart. My blood was blacker than a dead nun's heart. Who's that standing on the courthouse steps, nailing my face to the hitching fence? Who's that standing on the courthouse steps? Up jumped the devil and away we cried. Could I go? My hump of trouble and my sack of woes. The digs and deserts of Mexico, where my neck was safe from the lynching road. Who's that yonder laughing at me like I was the brunt of some hilarity? Who's that yonder laughing at me? Help jump the devil, 1, 2, 3. Sampled their wares. We got as drunk as a couple of czars, and I threw up my lucky stars. Who's that standing on the courthouse roof, stamping on the rampant with the cloven hoof? Who's that standing on the courthouse roof? Up jumped the devil and he said, "Here's your man, I got the proof." Path is straight as an arrow. Take a walk and you'll find it too narrow for the likes of me. Who's that swinging from the gallows tree? Eyes are hollow but he looks like me. Who's that swinging from the gallows tree? Up jumped the devil and he took my soul from me. again, a song by Nick Cave, Up Jumped the Devil.
This next song was written during the pandemic lockdown and is now just a theme song for any good day and probably what we're all going to be doing on Election Day. This is called Day Drinking.
Day drinking, yeah.
Nowhere to be sounds good to me. Day drinking needs must when the devil drives. Pop a cork and close your eyes. Forget the world, enjoy the day. No one's around here anyway. Take a belt, have a shot, a loose snort. Why the hell not? A little tipple, a little drop, and your boss ain't here to make you stop.
Day drinking, day drinking, yeah.
Nowhere to be sounds good to me. Day drinking. Says we don't do that road here. But the devil says go away. I don't want to hear that stuff today. Here you go, bud, throw it back. Burn it out and fade to black. Drink it down, ease it in. And if no one sees, it's not a sin. Day drinking. Day drinking, yeah. Nowhere to be sounds good to me. Day drinking. Yeah, be sounds good to me. Day drinking. Thank you. We have an audience over here in the doorway. That's awesome.
Thanks for hanging out. I don't know if you can hear everything we're doing. There's a song we actually played the first time we were on WZRD. But then we changed it around and put it on our second EP. This is a song I always like to play and then try and shame people into going to church the next day. It's called The Wages of Sin. Oh, well, my cash flow is looking thin. I'm gonna make it look better with a positive spin. It's getting deeper, the trouble I'm in. Well, there's no way out from the wages of sin. Oh, well, placing a bet is a way out again. Hey, I'm playing a game that I'm not gonna win. I'm keeping it up to my chin. There's no way out from the wages of sin. Well, it's the wages.
It's the wages.
I'm making money on the wages of sin. It's the wages.
Oh, it's the wages.
I'm making money on the wages of sin. Ha ha! And I can't hear no one above the din. Now looking at me with an evil grin. I threw my money in a garbage bin. There is no other place other the wages of sin. Well, it's the wages.
It's the wages.
I'm making money on the wages of sin. It's the wages.
Oh, it's the wages.
I'm getting paid in the wages of sin. And it goes where nobody knows. me free. EPS will set me free. Come on. I threw my money in a garbage bin. There is no other place other the wages of sin. Well, it's the wages.
It's the wages.
I'm making money on the wages of sin. It's the wages.
Oh, it's the wages.
I'm getting paid in the wages of sin. It's the wages.
Oh, it's the wages.
I'm making money in the wages of sin. It's the wages.
Oh, it's the wages.
I'm making money on the wages of sin. The wages of sin. Go! A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you, audience member who suddenly showed up.
Audience of one, and Alejandro's here with the camera.
Let's see, that makes that we still have to make sure because we're not household names.
That's true.
We are the League of
Eric's.
Eric's, that's right.
The League of Eric's, yes.
Because that's Eric Peter Schwartz.
And that's Eric Stafford Dins over there.
In the radio world, he's to my right.
And on the radio world, he's to my left.
Or am I?
But as you look at us, he's on the right, and I'm on the left. If you were looking at us.
This is why we don't do stand-up comedy.
Theater of the mind. All right. I say this a lot. This is a song about revenge. Yep, you can find us. We're being asked if we're on streaming platforms. Go to theleagueoferics.com. It's a link tree, and you can find us on all the streaming platforms there. Awesome, thank you. And as I say quite often, this is a song about revenge. Got the devil's wife drunk, and I feel no shame. I got the devil's wife drunk, and I feel no shame. I got the devil's wife drunk, made her call me by his name. I got the devil's wife drunk, and while he was away. I got the devil's wife drunk, while he was away. Devil's wife drunk, made her see God that day. I got the devil's wife drunk, yes ma'am I did. I got the devil's wife drunk, yes ma'am I did. I got the devil's wife drunk, the devil's raising my kid. Devil's wife drunk. I swear it's true. got the devil's wife drunk. Yes, I swear it to you. I got the devil's wife drunk. And then I nailed the devil too. I should say that song, with others, is going to be out on our new album next year on Cave Tone Records. We have just joined the Cave Tone Records family, along with our friends, the Ex-Bombers and Paterphilius, and we're super excited to be joining that label.
2025 is going to be here before you know it.
That's right. It's
and
going to land in your lap.
Speaking of 2025... The League of Earths are now wrapping up their 2024 in the next couple of weeks.
That's right.
Where will we be this weekend, Mr. Schwartz?
This weekend we will be at Art Bar in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes.
But next week, if you're listening in Chicago, we will be at Phyllis's on Thursday the 24th with our friends Chicken Wing Quigley and Ann Kay. And
that's our last Chicago appearance of 2024.
Yes, it is. So
and then,
make sure to come out. It's no cover, cash
true.
only.
And then the next day, because we just can't be stopped.
No, we can't.
We will be going up to Lake Geneva.
That's right, to Studio Winery and Lake Geneva Distillery.
With whiskey that will probably stop me.
That's true. It might stop him, like running into a wall. Speaking of our single that we put out just recently, Bottle Full of Evil Thoughts, this is the B-side. We decided to play the B-side tonight. That will not be on the album, so you got to hear it on platforms.
And it starts sort of like this. 1, 2.
Go on, get out of my tomb. Go on, won't you get out of my tomb? When I went off to die alone, don't you bother my old bones. Go on, get out of my tomb. Go on, kid, don't you bother the dead. Go on, kid, don't you bother the dead. Well, you're kicking my corpse on holy ground, so just walk away, don't make any sound. Go on, get out of my tomb. Go on, won't you get out of my tomb? Where I went off to die alone, don't you bother my old bones. Go on, get out of my tomb. Been dead so long and drinking whiskey no more. Been dead so long and drinking whiskey no more. I am 3 times dead, my head on down, so just walk away, don't make any sound. Go on, get out of my tomb, come on. Go on, get out of my tomb. Where I went off to die alone, don't you bother these old bones. Go on, get out of my tomb, get out. Look out! Go on, kid, don't you bother the dead. Go on, kid, don't you bother the dead. You're kicking that corpse on holy ground, so just walk away, don't make any sound. Go on, get out of my tomb. Go on, get out of my tomb where I went off to die alone. Don't you bother my old bones. Go on, get out of my tomb. Go on, get out of my tomb. So I said,
we got just a couple more for you guys tonight. We want to thank you for tuning in and thank you for listening.
Thank you, WZRD, for having us. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to be here. We were here about 3 years ago. And actually, you can hear a good chunk of our last performance on our Spotify. If you go there, or any of the streaming platforms that we put out a bunch of the songs. A bunch of them sound different. We were much more acoustic. This is about revenge. I'm just going to keep saying that for every song.
But it's not a lie if it's true.
It's true. It is about revenge. Anyway, this is a murder ballad. This is called 3 Whiskeys. Bartender, pour me 3 whiskeys. And I'll tell you what made a blind man come out tonight. I can't see it, but the sun is setting. The night is pushing down. I know it's strange, but pour me 3 whiskeys. And I'll tell you what brings me to town. Stay here and pour me 3 whiskeys. For each time she broke my heart. Stay here and listen to my story. I'll drink this first whiskey, then I'll start. She had my side throughout our falling. Her early days as my wife. So I knew her beauty. I can still see it in this blind man's mind. Hair dark as a shadow, and hips that would sway to a song. Clear eyes of blue that would move round my face as an evening wore on. Stay here, I've got 2 more whiskeys and more tale to tell. 'Cause her love left with my vision. So my story, bartender, doesn't end well. When I lost my sight, she kissed my eyes. She had to work to make sense of our lives. And the years rolled on. And the tears rolled along. And I didn't need my sight to know there was something new in her nights. I couldn't sleep last night. My wife talks in her sleep. So I knew I would need whiskey for the appointment I have to keep. Thank you, bartender, for listening. Let me finish with this. I came here tonight to find you. And this close, even a blind man won't miss. Oh no, stay here because you loved her. I got nothing left to lose. You've got 3 breaths to feel the night on your face. This last whiskey, bartender, is for you. All right, this is our last song. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you, WZRD, for having us. We're going to hang around and chat with Alejandro a little bit. Nostradamus and Nosferatu, a strange pairing. That is true. Nostradamus would follow where the thread would lead, and Nosferatu would figure out where to feed. An unsteady alliance for sure, but their intentions were fairly pure, 'cause Nostradamus would write his quatrains, and Nosferatu would look for blood to drain. You see, they met at the back of this alehouse, where where the lights were low and there was no crowd, and they were both tired of the game and saw in each other a chance to change. Nostradamus said, my vision is long. I have seen so far and I have seen so much wrong. I want to do more than I can do to change the outcome of my view. Nosferatu said, I'm just a beast. There is never a purpose, there is only the feast. And I want more reason behind what I do, more significance to the victims I choose. So it was here that the deal was made. Between the prophet and the evening shade, they would use their talents to shape the world and change the direction that blood and time swerve. Nostradamus would gaze through time, find some fiend and then follow the line. Nosferatu would hunt his prey, end the bloodline and make the change. And future visions began to shift, cause Nostradamus was precise and Nosferatu was swift. But Nostradamus felt a pain in his head. Well, the cracks they were making by making the dead, he could see through his prophet eyes. Where they made a change, a different evil would rise, and some were worse than the ones before. And he knew they just couldn't keep this up anymore. One night they met under threatening weather. Nosferatu, we're not making things any better. It was folly to think we could improve future days. We have to stop this now, go our separate ways. But Nosferatu was angry. He snarled and he growled, I am more than a beast, and of that I am proud. I haven't changed what I am, but I have changed what I do. And I am more than a monster, and that is all thanks to you. But Nostradamus declined. No, these visions must end. Have to go back to our paths and walk alone, my friend. Can't you see we're breaking all time and space? Nosferatu just nodded and ate Nostradamus' face. We're the League of Erics. That's Eric Stafford Dins.
Eric Peter Schwartz, thank you very much for listening, and thank you, WZRD.
And hang around for our incredible answers.